Hello, everyone. Welcome to this latest version of the OpenAir Power Up series delivered by TopStep. I'm Ron Bro, CEO. Thank you for joining today. Our topic of today is going to be the top 5 benefits of using the Project Center. What we'll cover today, we'll talk about the power of the Project Center, which really merges the power of OpenAir resource bookings with project information. It's been built with a lot of flexibility and it's packed with features which we'll review today. The addition of the Project Center really allows the management of projects via resource bookings in a seamless manner. So the first benefit of the Project Center is just the existence of it. It was really created to merge resource bookings and project details in a seamless way that really allows you to see your resource bookings, manage them, and make decisions on your project based on resources. In my demo account, you'll see I've got Project Center highlighted here within my project. And this allows me to drill down to the resource details within a specific project without having to leave the project. If you don't have this option in your OpenAir environment, it means you need to request from support the switch to enable Project Center, and there's a number of other switches that will need to be turned on as they have added more and more capabilities to this tool. Whether you book to a project today or you book to a task, Project Center can accommodate either option. You'll see here that Jack and Bill and others are booked to my project. This first top is the project name. As you can see, it matches up here under Cooper Software. So in this scenario, we're tentatively or confirmed booked. And again, this could be generic resources. This could be named resources against the project. But down here, you'll see that I've actually booked Ed and Bill to the actual task review SOW. So this allows me to accommodate whether I'm booking to a task or booking to a project, or even if you would like to do a combination, the Project Center will align with that. The second benefit is within the worksheet, it's kind of meant to mimic the worksheet. So where you can drill down into each period and add the bookings. However, that can be tedious if you're looking to book a large amount of hours over a large period of time. So what it allows you to do is have the power of the booking worksheet, but also gives you the ability to add a large amount of hours over a start and end period. So if I go to say I want to add a new resource, and so let's add an analyst, and I click this 3 dots here, I can say add bookings. Now I can say my analyst is going to start on what date, end on what date. So let's backdate this a little bit. Let's say they're going to start on June 1 and they're going to go through June 30th, and we're going to book for 200 hours. Now I can add those bookings now here, and I can update my booking type and then save this, and now I've saved the record. So I've been able to create a single booking over a starting period. And then as the booking becomes named and as the project is executed, now I can use the power of the worksheet to drill into each period and update the bookings based on the expected actual burn of those hours. Speaking of updating over periods, you'll see here I'm looking at this on a weekly basis. So I'm looking at each week over week with the amount of hours scheduled for each resource. That may work for some customers, but other customers we run into do it over month. So OpenAir introduced the ability to look at this and toggle by month in addition to week. So now I can come in here on a monthly basis and I can add or edit hours, and it will still accommodate, spreading those hours evenly over the month, across the weeks, but it'll also consolidate. So as I'm editing hours here, I can then update the hours and I don't have to do week by week. So this is the real benefit for a lot of our customers that look at their resources on a monthly basis. You'll also notice there are some color popping up here. Well, what do those colors do? So this is our fourth. This is our fourth benefit, is the ability to see when resources are overbooked or if they are booked outside of the project plan. So if I turn on overbooked, and I've already got off-schedule bookings enabled, now what I get is the ability to see who is overbooked or underbooked. So in this example, I can see Bill for the month of August is double booked. So he's booked for 40 hours here, which gives him a negative 40 capacity, and certainly for September as well. So this allows me to then see, I can see Caitlin is perfectly booked. She has no availability. So this red indicates the available hours to be able to book Caitlin. This is really powerful stuff. We can make decisions on extensions of if the task moves forward. I can come in here and add more hours and see what does that do to her availability? Am I causing conflicts? And then gives you a lot of really good information. You'll also notice that I'm booking right now in August and September as the periods I'm looking at. But this project is set to end in August. So these are considered out of schedule bookings. So it then shows me that I'm actually booking people beyond the start and end date of the tasks to which I'm booking them. In this case, it's task-based. And so this allows me to be able to identify, do I need to go in and update my project plan or change my bookings to change them into the actual period of the tasks. The fifth benefit is the ability to pivot between hours as well as be able to see actuals from a timesheeting perspective. So up here at the top, I can pivot. I want to see the actual hours entered for previous periods. So it's smart enough to know what today's date is. And you'll see here, it's graying out the past and allowing me to continue to edit the future. And in the past now, I can see actual hours entered against this phase or tasks. Here we go. Here's some hours for Jack and Bill that have been entered against the configuration and a roll up to the task, as well as a roll up to the phase and a roll up to the project. So I don't have to go run a timesheet report. I don't have to go dig through the timesheet module. If I want to quickly be able to see how many hours and by whom and when, I'm looking at this still monthly, I could easily break this back into weekly. So being able to look at actuals and pivot between actuals and looking at just bookings, very powerful stuff. Also, we're looking at hours here, which makes sense, right? We're looking at scheduled hours. But what if I want to see what is the cost of these hours across the different resources? I can pivot now between costs, and this does align with your role permission. So if you don't have permission to see costs, you will not be able to pivot this to see costs. I can see the cost, and this is using the user's cost on their user record, and then times the hours that are either scheduled or the hours that have been entered in the past, and giving you a cost and a roll up at the phase, task, and project level. What if I want to see how much have I billed those hours? I can now pivot to charges. This allows me, and this is for time-based billing only, but I can then come in here and see what's been billed month over month or week over week by task, by phase, by project, to be able to see what are we billing week over week. So I don't have to go run a report. I don't have to go dig through the invoicing module. I can easily see right here, right in my project plan, what's going on in my project from a cost, from an invoicing, and from a time and booking perspective. So I had trouble coming up with just 5, so I'm throwing in a bonus one. This is not directly a direct impact of the Project Center, but this feature was enabled and provided when the Project Center was pushed out. And what it does is allow you have the ability to plan your tasks. You have task start date, task end dates, right? However, you'll notice the bookings don't follow the task. So the task has its dates and the bookings have their own dates. Well, you can change that. If you jump to the properties of this project, you have and there's a custom field that can be created that says base project plan on bookings. If you come in here and save this, your project plan will now follow your bookings. So if I go back to the project center, you'll notice my project that was ending in August is now ending in November, because now my tasks have all been updated to follow the bookings. So now I have the ability to see my project plan and have the bookings drive tasks. If I need to extend a task by adding bookings beyond what we thought we were going to be done, I can now see what the impact of that is on my project plan immediately. So this could be very powerful in helping you. If you need the people and they got to work, well, then let's update the project plan. Well, this updates it for you, allows the bookings to drive the dates, keeps everything in sync. So I can manage my entire project now, my project tasks, my start and end dates. I can see based on the bookings, when am I expected to finish this project? I can now communicate with my customers as we're making progress, as we're adding people. And I have visibility into that, into a more succinct, automated project plan. And all I have to do is keep my bookings accurate. Thanks again for joining today. Please feel free to reach out to TopStep if you have any questions. You can follow us also on LinkedIn. You can join our OpenAir user group there as well. Or please get to our website and we'll have all this information posted as well as other Power Up series we've done as well. Thanks again. Everyone have a great day.